Hi guys, welcome to Walk and Talk, episode 1 for introduction. So this is going to be a series of short videos, just me walking and talking, taking you along with us, me and the dog out on our walk, and me just rambling on about stuff that has been on my mind recently. So today I want to talk about honesty. Honesty is something that seems to be hard to come by today, or in these day and ages, and especially in the area that I spend a lot of my time in, which would be in cover music generally, artists and things like that. So I think you can imagine where I'm going with this one, but it really is incredible, the lack of honesty, of just standing up straight, being honest, not just with the people you're dealing with or the people you're working with, which is one thing, but being honest with themselves. There's this thing today where everybody has got to be beautiful all the time. They're the best. Yeah, you know, the self-talk, and yeah, I can do it, and you've got to believe in yourself and all this bullshit. Yeah, of course you have. You've got to be confident, but confidence comes from knowing your shit, basically. So if I know my shit, if I'm practicing and I know I can play the songs and sing the songs well that I'm performing that night, that's where the confidence comes from. Confidence doesn't come from dressing up like a twat, going out on stage trying to mimic something that I'm not, or letting myself get influenced by other people to go out on stage, do things that maybe I shouldn't be doing. You know, a bit of self-reflection as well, honesty, self-honesty. I mean, I know people out there, they are way beyond their 50s, over 60 in some cases. I mean, this is not the age that you should be out there wearing get-ups that look like they just got out of an H&M catalogue for some desperate teen looking for attention, trying to find the next girl who's going to grab them off stage and, well, whatever. And, I mean, technology has come so far today, that's another thing. None of you fuckers out there, you can't even take a normal picture. You got to throw a fucking beauty filter on it. You got to try and make yourself look 20 years younger. Everybody knows that you're that old. Everybody knows you've got a wrinkly face. They see it when you're on stage and the harsh lighting's shining down on you. You can see the wrinkles. They can see the lines. Yeah, I'm not the prettiest bugger, and I've got lines on my face, but I'm proud of those lines. Because as the song goes, all of those lines upon my face show me the stories of who I am. That is it. That is life. They are there for a purpose, to show what you've been through. Doesn't make any sense if you're 60 plus to be putting out photos onto the internet that have so obviously and so amateurishly doctored and filtered and ironed out that you've got faces that resemble the backside of a 2-year-old instead of the shrumpled prune that you actually are. I mean, it's just, who are you trying to kid? You're only kidding yourselves, basically, trying to be something that you're not. And yeah, I mean, it just gets on my goat. It just really does get on my goat when I see these people putting these photos out there. Oh, what can you say? So, and then there's the honesty among colleagues. You know, I mean, if you have an opinion, then why is it so hard just to say that opinion, to give that opinion and stick to it, and not tell people one thing and another set of people another thing, and not have the balls to actually tell the truth? You know, if you're upset with the way somebody behaves or the things that they say and do, then just tell them. You know, they're not going to change if you don't actually be honest and upright and tell them what's bothering you. But to tell other people in that person's absence what's bothering you about them, and then when you finally get to speak to them in person, just don't ever mention it, and then give some cock and bull story about why you're actually making that decision, why you are doing what you want to do, because, oh yeah, you're so busy and you can't keep your appointments because blah, blah, blah. When really it's all down to the fact that you just don't get along with the other guy, but you haven't got the balls to tell him. I mean, what kind of an atmosphere is that going to leave among the colleagues who know the way you really feel, and the guy who's left behind who thinks, oh, he just couldn't keep his appointments? Yeah, it's a bit of a strange one, that. And honesty. I mean, you're all going to have to face the Lord when the day of judgment comes. I thoroughly believe that. We will be judged, and I have, unfortunately, people I know quite well and are regarded as family, although they're not immediate family, who are involved in, let's say, the slightly dubious side of the woo-woo branch, with the things they're trying to get people to buy or the services that they're offering. And, you know, if it's not selling, it's probably because it doesn't work. If something works, then obviously it will spread by word of mouth. That's what I think anyway. But to actually go out onto these social media platforms and try and concoct a story to sell your wares, you snake oil salespeople, you concocting stories and putting it on the internet, telling blatant lies about your own history and the things that you can do and you can't do. Blatant lies. I mean, they're really concocted stories. And the worst thing is, in their list of friends on social media, there are actually close family, like sisters, parents, people like that who are watching this bullshit and sitting there going, excuse me? That never happened? I mean, that is just such an insult to the people around you. I mean, I don't know if these people are actually disturbed in some way, that they don't realize what they're doing. But you just cannot go out there when you've got close family in your followers who know your life story and know the truth, and then go and tell them just a bunch of lies, putting it out there, and then you read the comments and all the people are, oh, you know, oh, it must have been so hard for you, and oh, bless you, and all this sort of thing, and everybody's on their side. And again, honesty. The people who are in the know, the family, sisters, parents, they should be speaking up. They should be confronting this person and say, what are you doing? That is just bullshit. That is lies that you are telling. And, you know, just confront them and say, you take it down. It's not right. You are conning people. And you are conning people that cannot afford to give you money for your services. They are in such a dire position sometimes. I mean, this is just daylight robbery, and I just can't believe it. And so we're talking about honesty on all sides. You have to be honest to yourself, you have to be honest towards other people, but you also have to be honest to the people who are dishonest. You have to be honest enough to actually speak up and tell them. And I think this is why we're in such a situation that we are today in the world, because people see dishonesty, and they see injustice, and they see things being done that are not right and not moral and should be speaking out. And it's only a very, very small minority that actually do have the courage to speak out. So, people, grow a pair, stand up, have courage, call these people out. It cannot go on like this. We need to go back to a high trust society. We need to be able to trust each other and not have to think 3 or 4 times before we make a decision, because you never know if you're being scammed, if you're being lied to, if there's somebody around the corner who's going to knock you over the head and steal something. It just can't go on like that. How are we going to survive? How are we going to survive? And what is the point of doing anything anymore? You know, I used to make music, play in bands, because it was a joy. You were together with people that enjoyed the music, enjoyed being together, spending time together. Now it's just like a constant political tug of war within the band. I mean, I have to make music now and play in front of people that would, a couple of years ago, because of the way I thought about the big C, they would have rather have seen me in jail. They would have rather have seen me dragged down and forced, with a needle. And now, best friends now, as if nothing ever happened. Yeah, of course. Dishonesty, all over the place. No backbone, dishonesty. So, what can we do about it? No idea, but you can start with yourself, just being honest to yourself. Be honest to yourself. Look yourself in the mirror. Realize what you are. And don't try to be something that you aren't and you cannot be. Why do you need to put a filter on everything? God has created you just right. You are a beautiful person as you are. God created you, and He wants you to be the best you can. And He's helping you all the way He can. But if you're not listening, then nobody can help you. So, that's my rant for this evening. I just wanted to get that off my chest, because I've been seeing posts on Instagram, WhatsApp status, loads of different places, Facebook, the usual culprits. And sometimes it just gets to me. I try not to get torn down in this world of unsocial, unreal media. I know it's hard. It's very hard not to do, especially if you are a musician or an artist, and you need, if you want to work, if you want to practice your craft and get out there and play music and sing, then you need social media these days. There's no way around it, and there's no other way you can do it. So we need to be careful what we're doing with it, and don't follow any stupid trends, and just leave the filter off. You're beautiful as you are. Okay? If you're over 60, you're over 60. Face it. That's it. There's nothing going to change it. Nothing at all. Live your best life. Accept yourself for as you are, and make the best of everything. Because one day it's going to be over anybody. Because one day it's going to be over anyway. And nobody's going to look back at your photos and think, wasn't that guy such a good looking fellow? No, they're not going to do that. They're probably going to think other things of you. People only seem to remember the worst of us when we're gone and not the best of us. But still, that's another story for another day. So take care out there. Look forward to doing the next rant when I'm out and about. It's getting a bit dark now, so I better stop, otherwise you won't be able to see me and what's going on. So take care, and drop a like if you like this sort of content. You can subscribe to the channel if you want, but I don't really care if you do or not, because it doesn't seem to make any difference to the amount of views I get. You know, just a small struggling channel like me, it's very, very difficult. But if at least my children get to see this one day, then, you know, then I've won. They'll know exactly how I thought about these sort of things. And it might be something that they look back on and maybe learn a thing or two. So take care. I will see you very, very soon. Bye bye.